You're doing now at Intel? We'll start with there.
I'm the general manager for our tablet business unit, so responsible for all of our tablet business engagements with our customers and driving Intel to be successful in tablets.
Okay. So what does Android mean to Intel now in 2014? There's a lot of, I saw the dual boot, the switching tablet downstairs, and got a good demo of that. How important are tablets like that to Intel right now?
Android is going to be hugely important for us on tablets. Everybody sees how much traction it's gotten in the marketplace. We're doing all of our development both on Windows-based tablets as well as Android-based tablets. We'll give our customers the choice of whether they want to run Windows on a machine, or they want to run Android on that same machine, or they want to have a dual boot option, again, a customer request.
How many dual boot, do you have any idea, any sense from customers how many dual boot devices are coming out in 2014? I know the ASUS's both on 11 and 13, but that's all I've heard of so far.
There's a few coming out, and a lot of customers are looking at and exploring it. What we really think is an advantage is with the x86 architecture, we can support Android or Windows or both on the same machine. That gives customers choice and flexibility.
Right, okay. But the enticement of a dual boot, or switching really, it's not dual boot, it's really a switching.
Really switching, that's a better way to describe it.
It's like 3 or 4 seconds of switch.
Yes.
That seems to be the really new thing as far as, so I understand that Intel's behind Android. So, but you think it's more than just ASUS, obviously. You think there are some other big OEMs coming out with dual switching tablets like that? Android?
Yeah, I would expect to see some others coming out over the course of the year. And again, they're exploring, they're trying to understand the opportunities and the usage models. So really, I think most of the machines that you'll see in the market are going to be Android specific or Windows specific, but you'll certainly see a few experiments in a dual OS environment.
Okay. Do you have any idea how those tablets work, by the way? How do they share memory or anything like that? I mean,
we do.
Okay.
If you want to do a deeper technical one, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Other guys that can go through like how you manage the memory between the machines, how you accelerate the switching time between the two operating systems. It's pretty cool.
And the switching part, is that in the silicon actually, or is that is that strictly software?
It's software driven, or it can be driven by a hard key. But you have to have the base silicon support to enable that.
Okay. And that silicon support is in Haswell, of course. Is it in Bay Trail?
It's actually in any Intel SoC or any Intel processor. So with the x86 architecture, we can support Windows or Android on any of those machines.
Okay. And one question that's always been in my mind since this Bay Trail came out, I should say, is so Haswell is also very attractive. For example, I have a Surface Pro 2 that has Haswell inside. For tablets. So are you sensing any shift, maybe a little bit shift towards Haswell, or a more welcoming attitude towards Haswell than maybe before?
No, I think people are really excited about Haswell. I think it's a great product. It gives you an incredible increase in battery life relative to where you were on Ivy Bridge, and graphics support is significantly increased with IRIX graphics. What I'd say is if you look at the tablet market this year, it's probably 280 million units. The PC market is well north of 200 million units. With a market that size, you're going to have people that are going to want to bias towards great performance and that PC-like experience. Haswell is the perfect product for that. And you're going to have a lot of people who are going to want the thinnest, lightest form factor with the longest possible battery life, and Bay Trail is the perfect solution for there. So I think the market is big enough for these architectures to coexist, and we're really giving people choice about what they want.
Okay. Intel stated, now I was just asking, was it a target of 40 million this year tablets, or was that stated explicitly?
What I believe Brian said in the analyst report is a 4x increase in terms of tablet units year on year relative to where we were.
So that comes to roughly 40 million?
We're saying 4x. We'll let the analysts do the math on that. And what I think it really says is that Intel is making a real dent in the tablet marketplace, and it's a reflection of our confidence in our architecture and the products we're bringing to market, and the great partnership we have with our OEM customers.
But that has something to do with Android too, right? The fact that Android, because that's such a huge mobile OS.
Sure, it's about great Windows tablets, great 2-in-1s, great Android devices. We're going to have Android in 7 and 8-inch and 10-inch devices. So absolutely, we're going to address every part of the market we can. We want every operating system to run best on Intel architecture.
Okay, and finally, looking forward to Broadwell, and what's the next, what comes after Bay Trail is?
We've talked about Cherry Trail, which is our first 14 nanometer SoC.
And is that coming out this year?
We've talked about production in 2014, and then we're not going to get more specific about launch.
Okay. Broadwell is coming this year later in the second half, right?
Broadwell is targeted for second half.
Second half. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you very much for your time.